Sup, we're here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council with the ABC. It's simple as 1, 2, 3 deck profile with the duels. Let's show them duels. So, I made you guys wait a little bit because I was basically fine-tuning a few things like getting footage because there's a lot of OTKs in this, a lot of setup plays that show you exactly how the deck works. Let me slow this son of a bitch down. So when the field card's up here, you can search out any ABC, you know, one of those three. So if let's say you summon an Assault Core, right? So with Assault Core on the board and this on the board, you're allowed to equip a Union monster from your deck. So you want to go for Buster Drake, because when you make a rank 4 and it goes away, like the gold gadget there, then you get a search for another card, in this case, Crush Wyvern. So now we have all three in the graveyard, we could pretty much bust out the new one. So before we do that, we're going to basically go to Cyber Dragon Infinity with Galaxy Soldiers, then we banish all three out for the ABC Dragon Busters. Now, anyone who's wondering, you should use the new pot of like avidity, it doesn't work in here that well because this guy can separate himself, bring these three back, and make such a powerful play, which I'll be showing off a little bit later. But as long as you have a card in your hand, you can banish one from your opponent's side of the field per turn. I just did it right there. Fuck your pendulum, not done that way. But I know some people will be extremely happy that I just said that. So Cyber Dragon Infinity gonna negate the Sky Iris. See if anything else I would have separated. I get terraforming. I'm going to draw that terraforming into a search into the Union Hanger. So now I can pretty much set up for a second ABC. I banished my own fucking card out because why the hell not, right? Actually, minor misplay here. I probably could have just won the game had I fight, put another monster on the board, suck him up, but it's all good. Here comes the Upstart into the Monkey board and the Dragon Pit. I'm not nullifying any of that. Here comes the Joker. I'm totally nullifying that, so he can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! But let's show you the other like 7 or 8 games. Here's a turn 1 OTK against some weird variant. I don't even remember what the hell this is. I mainly I don't even know what the hell that is, but I mainly wanted to show it off to basically show the power play. So if you open something like this, you know, I obviously grabbed one piece of the ABC formula from Union Hanger, but you open this, you're just gonna win the fucking game. Like, you pretty much have won the game if they have nothing. That Buster Drake search is for another card, into the Geargant X for another card, into the Galaxy Soldier, into the second Galaxy Soldier, into the Cyber Dragon Infinity, into the Banished 3, into the Banished 1, but it didn't matter because I ended it there. I probably should have done it anyway to protect myself before I wrecked myself, but still won, just to show you the power play. So I actually got 1 against Black Wings, 2 against Blue Eyes. Losing my place there. I don't know if this is the game. Yes, this is the game where the chicken comes out. So the chicken's instantly level 3, the way I special summon it, because my opponent has no cards. I had no cards. So it comes out as level 3. So I go transmodify into the Galaxy Soldier, and I'm like, yo, I can't make a play here. Here, go into Ciphering Lord Omega. He's like warning. I'm like, yo, that's fine by me, because I put the Galaxy Soldier back in my deck and put the Ciphering Lord Omega back in my deck. I'm going to chain Maxi here because I thought he would be making a play, but silver to gold gadget. You know, he killed my silver gadget, get the gold gadget. I don't really lose anything here. Go for transmodify, get that Galaxy Soldier into another Galaxy Soldier, because remember, I returned it. Cyber Dragon Nova into Infinity, suck up the monster, and then punch for 2900. Say, good Yu-Gi-Ohs, go ahead, sir. And pretty much could just drop a Maxi there. I decided not to because it didn't really matter. But he's got 2 back row. I ain't scared. So I just swing, and then I wait for him to make a play, which, here comes the Blizzard. I'm going to chain that Maxi, because I'm like, let me see what he's going to do with this, because I don't really see anything, but he stops himself right there. I'm like, okay, I'll suck up your thing. He's like, notice me. I'm like, damn, I noticed you, but damn. So I go into Utopia, into the Lightning to end the game there, because the chicken came out as level 4 because he had monsters on the board. So the chicken's really, really useful. We talked about it on Tech Tuesday. Let me go to the next one. So this is one of them again. Well, this is one of the games against a Blue Eyes player. And this guy's got the full power Blue Eyes, man. So he actually goes off with the 1-for-1. I shouldn't have Maxi there. I should have waited for the 1-for-1 Maxi. But he took the Maxi challenge, and I'm actually grateful for that. So terraforming into my Union Hanger, into one of them. I want to say Assault Core here. But I'm going for the equip into the Utopia. He should have noticed me, but he did not notice me. So goodbye, Spirit Dragon. It was nice noticing you. And he rage quits here, even though he could have noticed out the Galaxy Soldier. And then Raigeki away my shit. And then stopped into an Ancient White Stone and set it on the board. But no, he rage quit. So this is against another Blue Eyes player. This one's a weird freaking variant to say the least. Like, I've wanted to make a deck surrounding this guy, but it's just not fully there. So it's kind of why I say it's a little bit weird. I get why he's probably running it, but oh well. Here comes the Union Hanger into the Assault Core, into the Buster Drake, into the Transmodify to modify into Galaxy Soldier to 3 chains. He's gonna nullify my Galaxy Soldier. That's cool, bruh. I have another one in my hand. I don't really care. Here comes the Nova into the Infinity, suck up a Blue Eyes. Set 2 great cards and just swing in for damage because it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. He can't go for Gospel Revival at the moment. It's just beautiful. Make an ABC Buster Dragon, swing for 3,000, swing for 29. That's all she wrote. This one's against Dynamis, and later in the video I'll be showing against Monarchs and Cosmos, because I know some people always get on my case about not showing against meta decks, because I've said before meta decks just bore the shit out of me, to be fair. But here comes Ancient Fairy Dragon, gonna use it to special summon out the Buster Drake to make a Gigant X, send that Drake to the grave to get a search, destroy a field to get a field. It's a lovely day. 3 cards in hand with ABC Buster Dragon, a Fairy Dragon, and your Gigant X. My opponent is going to go for the Dynamis. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna have you do that. But he's got the Aquarium stage, which is something I've never seen in Dynamis, but it makes a lot of sense because they are water. So there's that. But I'm just gonna go for a search here, go for my Union Hanger, go for the Gold Gadget into the Drake, into another into the search for the Galaxy Soldier, and then go for the Buster, banish out a card, it don't even matter. Banish out 2 cards, go for Fairy Dragon's effect again. Look at my life points at 10,000. It's ridiculous. Look at all this. Like, it's just disgusting what this deck can do. It's so much offense. Let me show you how I deal with, like, Volcanic Floodgate, so we could put it into perspective here. He's got the anti-spell fragrance he's going to search out for with the Great Horn of Heaven. Such a lovely opener. But I have the Union Hanger. He's going to flip up the anti-spell, so I can't do nothing further. That's okay, because I really didn't need to. I go for Gigant X. He stops me there. But I get a draw and a search, and I'm like, I'll just go for Galaxy Soldier and then go from there, because I don't really have to worry about anything, but go for Buster, banish out a card, then go for Infinity, and the lock is on the board. This is all you really need to, like, stop your opponent. Now, if your opponent's playing Kaiju, holy crap, Kaiju just tribute, get off my fucking board kind of situation, if you know what I mean. It just, Kaijus are the outs of everything, especially this deck, honestly, and that's one thing that people should start playing. But he's got that lose 1 turn. It's not going to matter at this point. He can't draw into anything because I have the lock. So now it's time to go against Cosmos, and yes, I went first with the freaking great opener, and I could have done it even on his turn. Even with Tank Destroyer, I would have had outs, like anyone who wants to naysay, because I know there's going to be naysayers. You went first, you had the opening play against Cosmos. To be fair, he opened 6 cards, so yeah. You know, you could have opened a lot better, but he's got the E-Telly into the Tin Can, into the Fire King Island. I'm banishing out that Fire King Island. I just ain't having it. And Tin Can goes bye-bye, but he's got the Lord Darkness tops into it. I'm like, I'm separating for 3 because I don't know what he has or what he could do. And he goes for Cosmo Town with a set 2, and I was like, I'm just going to play safe here because I really don't want it to, you know, go into anything crazy. So go for Dire Wolf. I'm basically putting my shit back in the graveyard. And he's got the E-Tel. He's trying to bait out this because he's got the Cosmojo. I'm like, okay, that's really nothing threatening. I could deal with it all. So snipe that back in. Here comes the Cosmojo. I'm definitely going to Infinity that because I don't want the Cosmojo to go off. And he scoops because ABC Buster would have came back out. Banish this out. He's got nothing. Wipe my damn hands. And, you know, I don't want to sound arrogant, but it was a good duel. I did say earlier in the duel I would have against Monarch, so let's go. He's got turn 1 this time, so no one can complain to me. Oh, you went first. You had a better play. He effect veiler my damn Galaxy Soldier, okay? You hear the salt in my voice. He effect veiler my Galaxy Soldier. So I just crushed Wyvern into attack position. No recovery, no fear. He's not topping anything, but to be fair, he could have went to Iados and done the shit, but I got the ABC Buster. No more original Monarch for you, sir. Dropping down 18. He could have taken out the Galaxy Soldier. That probably would have been the smartest thing to do, but it bites him in the ass. So, 1 more to go. It's now time to show you one of the funniest games. Basically how, like, crazy this deck is when it comes to stopping your opponent. And just the things that you could do that normally a lot of decks have trouble against. Like here's the opening Raigeki with the chicken, and he goes for Soul Drain. I'm like, I don't understand why you're going for Soul Drain, but okay, if it makes you happy, I'll just Black Rose the board. End turn. He's got a top deck now. He top decks that Pendulum Call. I'm like, that's cool, man. But I top deck that Terraforming because Terraforming's so good with the Union Hanger. Union Hanger into Silver Gadget, into Buster, into Equip, into Gideon X, to Special One from hand, to Search for Gold, into ABC Buster Dragon, and the board is pretty much locked up now. Because any play he makes, I have a counteraction to it, and it's just going to be great because you'll see that here. He goes for it. It doesn't matter which one I target. As long as one's gone, it's GG. Simple as that. Let's roll into that deck profile. So I've taken my time putting this together, testing it. Obviously, I spent a lot more time on this than I did with a lot of other decks, to be fair. And I spent a good 2-3 solid days working on this for you guys. And I have not worked with my Elgato the way I was supposed to for the RyuAvalonGaming channel because I was working on this. I love you guys. You guys make everything possible. So I wanted to give you something epic, just like the Destiny Heroes. So let's go into this. We have 3 Galaxy Soldiers. This is the primary usage for Cyframe Lord Omega for synchroing into it, or Cyber Dragon Infinity. Those are like the big 2 plays that this card makes. There's also the Red Dragon Scarlight, which you make with the chicken, and I talked about him highly on Tech Tuesday for a good 5 solid minutes, and I'll just briefly go over. He's a level 5, 3, and 4 tuner depending on the situation, so he's very, very different on how he plays, and he opens up Ancient Fairy, Black Rose, Cypher Lord Omega, and Red Dragon Archfiend Scarlight for your deck. So we're only playing two of the Cock-a-doodle-doos because that's all you really need. Then we're running 3 each of Assault Core, Buster Drake, Crush Wyvern. Then 3 gold, 2 silver. You could play with the ratios any which way. It doesn't really matter. I just like the attack points are a little bit higher on gold. That's the main reason. They have pretty much the same effect. It's just that silver gets out gold, gold gets out silver when they die. That's pretty much the only difference between them. Triple Max C, super crucial because the deck doesn't really have a recovery game. So that's your recovery game, is to go super aggressive and lock up the board. Triple Transmodify, yes, there's only one main target for it. And pretty much the other times it would be dead, keyword would, but because ABC Dragon Buster works on discarding to banish out anything on the board, Transmodify is like pretty much always alive to actually get it. So you run 3 because you want to see it. I wouldn't, if I wasn't going to run Transmodify, like I was going to run it at lower numbers, I wouldn't run it at all. It's pretty much you run it at 3 because you want to win with it with Cyber Dragon Infinity. You want to lock up the board as fast as possible. 1 Raigeki, pretty self-explanatory, not going to work against every single deck, but the ones it does, it's great. Triple Terraforming, same kind of thing with Transmodified. If you get all 3 Union Hangers through Ancient Fairy Dragon, like you open 1, you get the other 2, like in that combo wombo, then pretty much Terraforming just used for ABC Dragon Buster. Triple Twin Twist, I hate back row, enough said. 3 Union Hanger. I explained during the duels what exactly this does, so I'm not really going to go over it again. 1 Vanity's Emptiness, best trap card to date, next to the Notice and the Warning. So those are only 5 trap cards we run. Some people only run 3. Like I've seen a lot of the OCG decks only running 3. I decided to run the 5. I felt it was more comfortable to have the 5 because it gives you options, like outs of shit. So let's talk about ABC Dragon Buster. You can separate it on your opponent's turn to get the other 3 back from your banish zone. Then on your turn, you can remake another one. So you only really ever need 3 of them to have the complete setup. It's great. I love it. Kaijus are the greatest out to this deck right now, so if I was siding anything, I was like playing this competitively because I really do think this has potential to get up there. 3 Master Restricts, hands down, #1 thing that has to go into the side deck until Kaijus are never used again in all seriousness, which probably will never happen. They're great. So 3 Dragon Buster, 1 Red Dragon Archfiend Scarlight because I basically talked about it with the Cock-a-doodle-doo. It works that way. Ciphering Lord Omega, same kind of situation. You can put them back in your extra deck through Galaxy Soldier, which is fantastic. 1 Black Rose Dragon, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy's got some nice combos I showed in the 1 duel. Not super duper, like, oh my god, I gotta abuse this combos, but when it goes off, it's fantastic. 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity, 1 Utopia Lightning with Nova, and Utopia pretty much best freaking exceeds you can make out of this deck right now. 2 Gideon X, just another searcher. You want to run 2, 3 is going to clog. and you need room for Castel and Direwolf, because Direwolf just snipes off, you know, stuff when you need to make a safe play, and you bring the 3 back, as I showed in the Cosmo replay. I was able to bring them back, make a Direwolf, put them back in the graveyard, and then utilize them again for another ABC Dragon Buster, which is just fantastic. I absolutely love this deck. I'm not going to try to like hype it to you guys. I'm just going to recommend playing it for yourself. Take my build, run with it, fine-tune it, whatever which way you feel comfortable, and make it work for you. Double Honest also works pretty cool, and oh my god, the Skype notification, I am so sorry. Anyways, I just like to say thank you guys for being so patient with me as of late, and getting everything, you know, out to you guys. As always, I appreciate it. You guys are the freaking best, and I'm probably going to have tomorrow, as long as I'm able to finish it, the Blue Eyes replays. As I did say a while ago, I wanted to do it like a Let's Play where I go back and I play it and I show you what I'm working on for the actual like next version of it, and I give you the deck profile before it's completely fine-tuned. So that's going to happen probably tomorrow, and then we should be getting like Tuesday I should have out a new Gemini deck for you guys, and then somewhere along the line I'll be going back to Moonlight and then Dark Magician as well, because I did promise that, so I want to keep to my promises. But if there's anything else you want to see, of course, just let me know. And I will see you on the next video. As always, thanks for supporting the channel. And if you enjoyed it and you're new, make sure to subscribe for more. Test out this deck. It's fantastic. See you later. Peace.